Hello everyone, I am Dattatranikam. Welcome you all on our channel eFunda. New day, new topic. And our today's topic is Floating Production System Part-19C. As we have already created the video related to the FPSO fundamentals, where we have covered the fundamental as well as types and descriptions about their components and parts of this FPSO system. And if you are new to our channel, then please visit to our channel eFunda and watch all the videos created related to the various topics of engineering, fundamental, instrumentation and control engineering, telecommunication engineering, procurement engineering, project and career, and many more. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get latest notification on upload of our new video on our channel eFunda. So let's begin with our today's topic, that is a Floating Production Systems Part-19C. Floating Production Systems. For these topics we have collected some of the pictures from the internet and some of the company websites. Thanks for those organization for having such a great pictures where one can describe the details of the various floating production systems and their details. One can refer to the picture where the floating system productions are shown, where the types are covered: fixed platform, TLP, SPAR, semi-submersible, FPSO. Production systems used for offshore oil and gas productions are classified as fixed platform and a floating platform based on the type of the platform. A fixed platform is a platform that is fixed on the seabed. On fixed type platform, including the production system itself, it is necessary to construct infrastructure such as submarine pipeline, onshore storage tank and port landing facilities. On the other hand, floating platform have advantages of requiring no infrastructure, less work offshore, such that the construction to oil extraction is shorter or smaller. Therefore, the floating platform are more economical than the fixed platform, as the structure and offshore work is minimum. By applying advanced mooring technology, floating platforms can operate in a water too deep for fixed platforms to be installed. In recent year or in the development time, the development of offshore oil and gas fields has expanded to deep water and ultra deep water areas, and the number of operating floating offshore oil and gas production systems and their demand for such systems, which lead to the development of various FPSOs, FSOs, TLP and production submersible, etc. This is how we have tried to cover the types of the floating platforms, systems, and the details we will see in our coming time or next slide. As we progress in this video, the video will be very interesting, as we have trying to cover the floating production system, their details and types, along with the typical block diagram or sketches or a platform detail. So keep watching this video till the end. Fixed type platform. One can refer to the pictures where one typical structure is shown, where the details of the various components are being installed. Similarly, one can refer to the other picture where one can see various types of the typical towers are shown. Similarly, the third picture where you can see the details of few more towers, which we will see in detail. As a fixed platform is a type of offshore platform used for the extraction of a petroleum or a gas. These platforms are built on a concrete and or steel legs anchored directly onto the seabed, supporting a deck with a space for drilling rigs, production facilities and crew quarters. One can refer to the picture left hand side. One can see the jackets where the piling is done. Jacket legs are shown. Inside the conductors are there. On top of that, there is one typical topside is installed. The various components of the topsides are, one can see the flare boom, main deck, top deck, living quarter, heli deck, production or power generation, drilling rig, crane, production equipment, etc. The types are conventional fixed platform used for the production of oil and natural gas are constructed at the top of the steel jacket that are anchored with the steel piles secured into the seabed. These platforms are strong and hold up to well against the environmental forces, but they are too costly for the depth of over 15,000 feet. One can refer to the second picture where each type of the platform or a structural type along with the water depth is shown. Fixed platform FP to 1500 feet, compliant tower CT 1500 to 3000 feet, C star 600 to 3600 feet, floating production system FPS 1600 to 6000 feet, tension leg platform that is TLP 1500 to 7000 feet, subsea system SS to 7000 feet, SPAR platform that is SP 2000 to 10,100 feet. This is how the types are covered. Compliant tower platform is a fixed rig structure normally used for the offshore production of oil or a gas. The platform consists of a narrow, flexible compliant tower and pile foundation supporting a conventional deck, drilling and production operation. One can refer to the third picture where the details of the fixed platform, compliant tower, tension leg platform, mini tension leg platforms are shown. This is how the fixed structures are installed along with a seabed level by supporting the structure. Tension leg platform that is TLPs. TLPs are a bottom founded floating structure which are moved at the seabed by steel teethers connected to driven piles. A tension leg platform is a vertically moved floating structure. One can refer to the picture where one can see the connection to the seabed along with the hull and the topside, where mainly the starting of the oil export line, gas export line, production facilities, accommodation, helipad, drilling rig, topside facility, hull and tenders are connected. The platform is permanently moved by means of the teether or tendons grouped at each of the structural corner. A group of teether is called a tension leg. A feature of this design of the teethers is that they have the relatively high axial stiffness, that is a low elasticity, such that the virtually all vertical motions of the platform is eliminated, and this allows the platform to have the production wellhead on the deck connected directly to the subsea well by a rigid riser instead of on the seafloor. This allows a simpler well completion and gives a better control over the production from oil or a gas reservoir and easier access for downhole intervention operation. This is how the tension leg platforms are built. Moving on to single point for activities and recreation, SPAR. A SPAR is type of floating oil platform typically used in a very deep water and is named for logs used as a buoys in shipping that are moved in place vertically. SPAR production platform have been developed as an alternative to conventional platform. One can refer to the picture where the components involved are truss spar, freeboard, hard tank, midsection, soft tank and keel. Spars are moved to the seabed, but whereas a TLP has a vertical tension teether, a spar has a more conventional mooring lines. Spar have to date and had three configuration: the conventional one piece cylindrical hull, the truss spar where the midsection is composed of truss element connected to the upper buoyant hull with the bottom soft link, and the cell spar, which is built from multiple vertical cylinder. A spar has the ability by adjusting the mooring lines tension, that is using the chain jacks attached to the mooring lines to move horizontally and know position itself over well at some distance from the main platform location. This is how typically the activities and recreations are being carried out at the platform. Is called as the SPAR. One can see the picture and correlate the details. Semi-submersible. A semi-submersible platform is a specialized marine vessel used in offshore roles, including as offshore drilling rig, safety vessels, oil production platforms, and heavy lift cranes. They have a good ship stability and sea keeping better than the drill ship. One can refer to the picture where one can see the semi-submersible structure where mooring lines, pontoons, columns, drill pipe rack, monopole, helipad, crew quarters, anchor racks are shown. Simultaneously, the other figure one can refer where top decks, columns and pontoons are shown. We will see the details and components and their functionality topside. The deck, which have all the production equipment used to treat the incoming well stream, pumps and compressors needed to transfer oil and gas to next destinations. Normally topsides include living accommodations for the crew. In most of the cases, the export lines are connected to the deck. Column controls waterplane area and drift height to ensure semi-submersible less affected by wave loading to maintain the stability. Pontoons provides buoyancy for semi-submersible by its ballasted watertight structure located below the ocean surface. This is how the structure of the semi-submersible is there, and one can see the other figure as well where how the well templates are connected to the pontoons and pontoons to the structural where the drilling deck, skip deck, upper deck, lower deck, column etc. are shown. Floating production storage and offloading, that is FPSO. A floating production storage and offloading, that is FPSO unit is a floating vessel used by the offshore oil and gas industry for the production and processing hydrocarbon and for the storage of the oil. One can refer to the picture image courtesy from MODEC. And a FPSO vessel is designed to receive hydrocarbon produced by itself or from nearby platform or subsea template, process them and store oil until it can be offloaded on a tanker or less frequently transported through a pipeline. One can refer to the second image where Van Gogh field schematic is shown thanks to image courtesy by Van Gogh FPSO, where FPSO is connected to the flow lines and to the subsea manifold wellhead area by umbilical lines, and flow lines are connected to the further subsea manifold and wellhead. A FPSO are preferred frontier offshore region as they are easy to install and do not require a local pipeline infrastructure to export oil. FPSOs can be a conversion of an oil tanker or can be a vessel built especially for the application of floating production storage and offloading of the hydrocarbon. Floating storage and offloading, that is FSO. A FSO is a vessel used only to store, that is without processing it. It is referred to as a floating storage and offloading, that is FSO vessel. One can refer to the picture image courtesy by MODEC. Mainly used as a storage units that received oil from offshore platform or a subsea well and store it until it can be offloaded onto the oil and tanker. One can see the structure connected to the export lines where it's connected to the seabed, and one can see the transportation lines are connected and it is transferred to the storage. And similarly, this facility is having helideck and some storage facility. Unlike FPSOs, FSO do not have a production facility as explained earlier. Floating storage unit, that is FSU. Floating storage units to take the form of a large barge in contrast to the supertanker that are associated with FPSOs. Simply put, these units are used to store oil and gas in large silos placed on top of the vessel. One can refer to the image courtesy is by FLNG ISH, where one can see it's like FPSO or FSO and is used for the storage of the crude oil, where some large silos are placed on the ship as a carrier and have a relatively small storage capacity compared to FSO. May not have dedicated offloading system. Instead, they may rely on ship to ship transfer method. That is why it is called as a floating storage unit, where it is having the storage capacity only. Floating liquefied natural gas, that is FLNG. A floating liquefied natural gas FLNG facility is a floating production, storage and offloading unit that conducts liquefied natural gas, that is LNG operations for developing offshore natural gas resources. Floating above an offshore natural gas field, the FLNG facility produces liquefied, stores and transfer LNG and potentially, that is LPG and condensate at sea before carries ship it directly to the market. One can refer to the images below thanks to courtesy image of a MODEC as well as the courtesy of a shell, where one can see the natural gas, warm N2, cold N2, LNG, air supply, wastewater recovery, chilled water, air and GTG are required for this operation. Simultaneously, another figure where shell floating liquefied natural gas FLNG, one can see the carrier where FLNG facility, flare, control room and crew quarters, helicopter pad, FLNG carrier, storage tank in the hull area, turret moorette system is also shown. This is how the FLNG facility is developed. In another figure, one can see the wellheads are connected through the flow lines and anchor chains are connected to then the FLNG facility. Floating vessel designed to produce, process, store and offload liquefied natural gas LNG offshore. This allows the extraction, liquefaction and transfer of a natural gas from offshore field without the need of onshore infrastructure. This is how FLNG is being built. Floating storage and regasification unit, that is FSRU. A floating storage regasification unit, that is FSRU, is a floating vessel that can transport, store and regasify liquefied natural gas, that is LNG, on board, and FSRU can transport and deliver natural gas to the destination that do not have an onshore regasification terminal. One can refer to the picture, courtesy is for the internet, where we have downloaded the images. One can see the ship where the seawater pump for pumping seawater to regas trains in order to heat up the FLNG, and regasification trains transforming LNG at a minus 160 degrees Celsius to gas at a high pressure, and then simultaneously the storage tanks are shown, loading arms for receiving FLNG on other side of the tanker, export manifold, and similarly the other facilities on the FLNG is shown. A floating storage regasification unit is a vital component required while transferring liquefied natural gas LNG through the oceanic channel. Therefore, FSRU can be termed as a special type of ship used for LNG transfer. As part of eFunda channel, we are introducing eFunda channel membership. welcoming you all be a part of a eFunda channel community. Click join button to join this community, and we have membership options are eFunda Basic, eFunda Standard, eFunda Premium. One can click on a join button and get the details of these three membership options and get benefited from our membership. Be a part of eFunda channel community, and thanks for joining this community and supporting eFunda team and encouraging them to create more and more valuable and technical videos for our subscribers and members. With this, we are concluding on our today's topic, and you can find our channel details as follows. If you are new to our channel, that is our YouTube channel eFunda, then subscribe to our channel eFunda, and don't forget to press bell icon to get latest notification of upload of our new video on our channel eFunda. Similarly, you can follow us on a Instagram page. Similarly, you can follow us on our Facebook page as well. And keep watching our channel eFunda for various topics related to engineering and a project. With this, we can assure you this will help you to better your understanding on engineering and a project topic. Keep watching our channel eFunda. Thanks. Watch our channel for new day, new topic.